Hey guys, Carl Sugar here, and I'm back with another Carl's app review. And so on this video, we're going to be talking about Appimize. And Appimize is a new state-of-the-art app that just came out that I'm very excited about, especially for people who want to create local mobile apps for local businesses for their phone. And I also want to point out that they are using PWA technology. And you might be thinking, Carl, what's PWA technology? What it is PWA stands for Progressive Web Application. And basically, what Progressive Web Application does is that it allows users to install apps directly onto their system, not just inside of the App Store. And it's a really, really cool way to use it. And I'm going to tell you one huge benefit for actually using PWA versus going through Apple and also going through Gmail or Google to get your apps approved. A lot of times when you're going to go and get your app approved on Apple, let's say, you have to pay $100 a year just to join the network, basically. Not only that, but you have to go through an approval process just to get your app approved. They might make you redesign your app. In fact, I've built apps where they didn't get approved. I went over and back and forth with them for months, even to get the darn app approved because they said it didn't fit the UI of their device. So I wanted to point that out is that you have to go through red tape to do it. Now with Google, it's a little bit less. I think it's like 25 bucks for life as far as the networking fee to get in. But not only that are you going to pay that, but you also do still have to get approved directly. And it's just a mess. And it's hard, especially for anybody that has never done it. And it's not really necessary. That's the other thing I want to point out is that it's not necessary. I've actually built a few apps myself, had them completely hard coded from the ground up, gone through all the red tape just to get them approved, thinking that I was going to make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars just by putting my app on the App Store. It's not true. There's literally hundreds of millions of apps already there. So it's easy for your app to get lost. And not only that, but if you're not advertising that app, it's never going to get found. No matter how great or how robust it is, it doesn't matter. I could tell you that from my own personal experience. Now, the other advantage of this and why you want to use something that gives you PWA is not only is it easy to set up, but it also gives you access to push notifications. And that's the huge thing here is that you're going to be able to add push notifications. What those are the little notifications that you get on your phone and on your desktop when you load them up. You get a little notification that slides in that says, hey, someone sent you a message over here, or hey, go check this out. Click on the notification, and then it takes you off to that link, wherever the link might be. Okay. So in this review, I'm like a total newbie. I've never used the app before. I want to show you how easy it was. This is what got me excited about it was when I first saw a demo by the developer. I was like, wow, the UI, the user experience, the UX, I should say, is so robust. I was like, when I do my video, because typically I'll make a video after I play with the app for a little bit, get to see how it works. I was so convinced by that demo, which is on their sales page, by the way. I was so convinced after watching that, I was like, I bet you I could go on here. I could just act like a newbie and figure it out with just clicking it around. I don't even need to go through the instructions to see how to do it because the way that they created it. So I want you guys to experience this with me. Like I'm brand new. And then that way it's going to give you a heads up when you go to log in, when you purchase your own account, which is a one-time pricing at this moment. This is an app that I have a feeling is going to go away from that model very, very quickly. I can tell they put a lot of work into it. So this is better than what I would say is your typical JB Zoo product. This is something that has long-term potential and it's been built very, very well. I don't know if that's what they're going to do with it. That's what I can see so far though, based off of what I'm looking at. I hope you guys see this. I hope you guys take advantage of it. If you have any questions, you can hit me up about it somewhere here on potentially our YouTube channel. Before I get into that though, make sure to like the channel. Make sure you follow me so that way you can get more of these when they do come out. I'm pretty picky. I should say I'm very picky actually when it comes to doing affiliate offers and stuff like this. I'm pretty picky. You're going to have the comfort. You'll know that I'm only picking usually the best stuff that's going to be sent out to you guys, stuff that I know that I would use in my business or am planning on using or even currently using in my business. So you'll get that plus tips and tricks and stuff like that, hacks that I give out every once in a while on this channel. So make sure you hit the notification bell so you're notified the next time I do this. All right, guys, let's go right into it. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the Appimize app. This is the login screen. And on the login screen, it's very clean. In fact, I really like the UI that they've done developing this app. Now I'm going to be logging in for the first time, actually for the second time. I've already logged in once just to kind of mess around. But what I decided to do is I wanted to make this video showing how easy or how hard it is to get started. So you can see I don't have any apps in here yet. I literally haven't tried to build any apps. You can see there's nothing you can do. If I look at all of these tabs up on the top of the screen, they're going to say, please create your first application. Please create your first application. Each one's going to do that except for the training tab. Let's look at the training tab real quickly. And it's going to take a minute for these videos to load because look, there are tons and tons of different videos here for training. You can also search for a video that you're looking for, and you can also look at the tab sections as well. So you can look at themes, component settings, app set, dashboard settings as well. And you can let them all load up. It does take a little bit of time. And this also could be because there's probably a pretty good hard load on it, as this is becoming a brand new technology that's coming out to you guys. But there are all the videos for training, so you can get set up pretty quickly there. I also want to point out that you can go to account settings by clicking on the right-hand side, and you can see I added, before I made this video, I actually added a little GIF to see if that would work. And it actually took my GIF in here as well. Now, you can see available plans. This is the light plan, the commercial plan, and the deluxe plan already in my account. When you start, you can get the light or I believe the commercial plan. I would highly recommend you get the commercial plan because you do get more with it. And for only a few dollars more, it's totally going to be worth it. I also do see this app being a SaaS app pretty quickly, probably at some point after this launch. And also, I wanted to review what's all on the settings area. So the first thing you can see is integrations, analytics settings, SMS settings, and payment details. So let's first go through, we already showed you account settings. So let's go into the integration side. This is going to be your email providers. Also, I'm sure that they're going to bring more, but let's just say you wanted to add active campaign. You would come in here, click the on button, and you would add your API URL and key, and you'd hit submit, and then it would save and connect. And once it's connected, it would show probably a little green area, or it would just show that this is on when you want to do it. Now, while I'm making this video, they have MailChimp, Aweber, GetResponse, Constant Contact, SendLane, Infusionsoft, and ActiveCampaign. Like I said, I'm sure that they'll be adding more as they continue to grow. This is a brand new technology, so it's pretty good at this point. Analytics settings. So currently you can stick in your Google Analytics tracking. I also would foresee that they'll be adding more here as well, like Facebook and other third-party tracking analytics as well. The next thing here is SMS settings. And what I did notice, which is kind of neat, not only do they include Twilio, where you can take your Twilio account and maybe you have a special rate with Twilio or phone number with Twilio, you would just be able to connect utilizing your ID and also your auth token, your authorization token. And then from there, you'd be able to add your SMS form, which is the phone number you purchased at Twilio. So they would know which phone number that you wanted to use for this. If you have like a commercial version, you can, add one of your customer phone numbers as well. I also wanted to mention that they also added Vonage SM, which is very competitive in pricing. I was looking at their website, extremely competitive pricing, less than 1 penny, even sub pennies down to 0.0025. And it just depends on carriers, but really, really cool. You could use either one. And then the last thing is payment details. You can add multiple payment details for checkout on your app that you'd be building. So you got PayPal and you also have Stripe, which are the most commonly used ones. So let's go ahead and hit on the dashboard area. I do want to mention too before I go into here, I do want to mention on the payment side, you may not even need that. It just depends on the app you're building. But typically, if you're working with local businesses as an agency or you own a local business, it's going to be more about scheduling, getting leads, getting people in the front door, and then also signing them up for SMS and also push notifications that you'll be able to get through this app. Okay. So, like I said, I'm a complete newbie. You guys are going to watch over my shoulder here as I create an app from the ground up. So I'm going to click on start from scratch. Okay. They have new app or start from scratch. I have a feeling these both do the exact same thing. Yes. So on here, you can see there's going to be some different options of what these different apps will look like. So you have this electro service center. So an electrician company, they have just some generic ones with placeholders. These could just be regular local businesses. Then they also have a few other Appy Digital. So for an agency, they have Appy Graphics for like a photographer. They have a restaurant. Here's a restaurant one. Here is Art of History, maybe like a local community center or an actual artist, an art gallery or something like that. So many, many different ones. I believe you actually get hooked up with like 100 different templates just for starting out off the bat, which is pretty cool. You could see a light and commercial and deluxe, right? The deluxe is going to give you more, but if you notice, there's a ton that say commercial, a ton that say light, and there's just a ton of these that you get right off the bat just for signing up, even if you don't get all the upsells that are included. So let's just find one that would be cool. Here's one. It looks like a gym. So let's go ahead and use this template. And so right now it's loading up the template into the system and it's asking me to set up a name. So I'm going to enter an app name. Let's call it Cool Gym. Okay. And we'll go ahead and hit processing. And again, like I said, I'm a newbie. This is the first time I've even used this. And look, I practically already have an app built in here. And I can come in here and look at what this thing looks like. In each of these little sections, it looks like you can basically edit from there. So, okay, here you go. We have this grid. So this first part is the grid. The second part is this image. The next part is the text. The next part is the header, which is this part right here. So it's these things. I can add a subheader, which is this, and a description if I want to. So welcome to Cool, Cool Gym. Stronger every day. Okay. There that is. This is don't really know what language that is. And so get signed up for our next class or join gym for the gym for fitness, right? Something like that. Looks good. You got a little get started button. If I want to add a button there, I can go to an external link or I can go to an internal link. And if I go to an internal link, I can pick where do I want this to go. Okay, go to contact us or something like that. We can also add a little pop-up. And so there's no pop-ups built, so it doesn't look like I can set any up at this point. So we'll just keep that part blank. Next part is the button. So I clicked on it. There's the button right there. I can change the name on the button if I want to. I can make the style different. I can change the color, the radius. Maybe I want to have more radius to it. And you can see it's changing on the screen. And this is crazy because again, I don't even know what I'm doing here. And I'm showing you it is very, very user friendly. Okay. These guys have done an absolute superb job on this. Now I can also say workout of the day. Again, add some text there, add a button. Let's go to the next part of the app. Image, button on that one, grid. So they have classes where they're selling the class idea on prices, text. Here's some text. We can add some images. And so if you're working with like a local business, you can ask them for all the stuff that's needed inside of here. And probably a good chance is that most of this stuff is going to be found on their website already. So most of the stuff that you would be working with, you would be able to find from their website. Now, let's say you wanted to add some more customizations. Well, I noticed here, you can say add new component. Now I can come on here and I could find different components that I might want to add in here. I can add an iframe. I can add a countdown timer. I can add a new slider. I can add a form. I can add a ratings, a map, social sharing. So maybe I want to add a map. Okay. So boom, it's automatically putting the map at the bottom for me because this is probably usually where you're going to find these things on websites, right? And so from there, I put a map title and a map address, so we know where that is. It even gives me some stylistic changes that I can do from here. Really, really cool. Now let me go and see what other components there are. I can add audio headers, ratings, social sharings, listings, products grid, and booking. Check this out. I can also add booking on here as well. So here's the booking. Booking might actually be an upgrade. Not 100% sure, but it might be an upgrade or it might need to go to a link that you wanted to go to. So that would be how you would do that. A lot of companies might have their own, maybe gyms have their own internal POS system that also has a CRM built into it with booking appointments with some of their personal trainers or gym tours for the facility, all that stuff. So it gives you that chance to do that for this company. And then you have like a home and a share on the bottom, which is kind of neat where you can share it. You can go back to their homepage as well. Now, I also want to mention what is really neat is I can come in here, turn this off, and also look at this as a website because it uses PWA technology. What that really, really means, hopefully I've already gone over it, but what it really means is that this app doesn't live in the iOS App Center and it doesn't live inside of Google Play or any of those. Basically, what it does is it allows people or users to download the app directly into their phone and works and looks just like an app because it is an app. It's just you don't have to go through the tedious task of getting Apple to approve an app for you for your business. And I'll tell you right now that even if some companies might think, well, I want to have mine listed in the App Store. It's not going to get you any more business. I've personally created apps in the App Store thinking that there is tens of millions of apps in there. You have to advertise that app. And what does that do? That gives Google or Apple, it gives advertisement for free because people have to go to their platform, even though that might be the phone that they're using. It gives their platform incentives. And there's a lot of red tape you have to go through, and every year you have to approve it. This is just a huge and better method. You can advertise people to go directly to a page, and then you can even ask them, "Are you downloading this on your iPhone or Android device?" And that's how that would work. So, but the other thing is I'm mentioning here is that this also works like a website. So maybe the company was like, "This looks better than our current website. Maybe we should just make this our website too." So you could actually control that from that end as well. Oh, that's neat too. This actually makes it take over the whole page so you have no distractions and also makes it so your focus is stayed on just building this out for someone for their company. So again, really, really cool thing that they put together here. Here's the um, about section. Come in here, I can change the about sections, look at the grid. Each part is already pre-built and is very cookie cutter. And so what I like about that is that you don't have to really think about this. Of course, you can start with the blank canvas if you're like got an eye for design, but I would just say use this and then just replace all these images with images from a gym. And if a gym doesn't have images, that'd be an extra fee. Hey, I'm going to come in. We're going to take professional photographs. I need you to have some of your best trainers in here. We're going to take pictures of them, and they're all going to be added into this new website, this new build out that you're going to have for them. Okay. Next thing is menu settings. Here you can change the menu items. So, like, here's the main menu. You can change the profile menu, the footer menu, and the main menu style as well. So, they have default, few others. So you can add it up on top there from the right. That brings that little piece on the right hand side. That might be better for phones anyway than on the left, right? I think default was on the left side. You want to do right, you can change that. It looks like that right there. Your custom theme. Here's a couple other things. It's just the general settings, so you can change all the image or the color on this. Change all your color, and then you can go to when you're about ready. Let me just see what basic settings are. Okay, here's where you can change your logo, your splash screens, your domain name. You can set up your domain names here. So obviously you're going to want to create a custom domain, but it looks like they're going to put you through this on this end. Do you want a custom domain? You turn that on. Click here to know more. Please click on the next button to save the domain. So you put your domain name in there and go next. You can click here. Let me go see what this looks like just to see. Telling me, let me just click on it. Okay. So this is going to give you some instructions on setting up your C records and your A records, the way that you're supposed to do it. And then once you're done, you would validate your domain. And then I do want to note that it can take up to 48 to 72 hours to propagate through the whole system before you do that. And let's see what app view looks like real quick. Oh, it's asking me to set up a domain name. So let's just do one. Cool. Let's just do the free one that or not the free one, but the subdomain that they allow you to do. And now let's go ahead and look at the app view. Still telling me to set up the domain name. Next. Okay, so what that just did is it's basically starting from this part, even though it starts you here and allows you to kind of go through each of these sections as you go through, and then you kind of come back to here. It's just another way that the UI works. So you're working this way when you go through here. Let's see what happens when I click on this. There we go. Coolgym.appimize. Still not ready yet. So not really sure. Let me hit publish app and see if this will make it work. It could be because it's not public yet. Well, there it is. Let's copy this. Paste that in there. Yep, there it goes. Looks like it's going to load up this time. There's like the loading. And here it is. Voila. And look, push notifications. It's asking me right away if I want to be allowed push notifications. If I say allowed, now technically I should be able to send push notifications. And now look at this. This is a really cool website already built. And then also, this is kind of a view for what it's going to look like on your phone. And there's that. Share and login. So it's got like share options. All I can tell you is that this is done incredibly well. It's why I was very excited to send this out to you guys. So I can edit ad, I can remove it. It's giving me a little bit of analytics. I can see how many app installs. I can see page views, registrations, total leads. Let's see what these ones. So notifications, SMS, data form, bookkeeping manager. So it does have this bookkeeping feature. I believe that's an upgrade. So if you do want to add that, just make sure you do take the upgrade. Let's see here. SMS. Here's SMS stuff, notifications. Let's see. So it's not quite showing mine yet. I thought I gave it permission. Did I hit? I don't remember if I hit block or not. But basically, when people come through here, you're going to be able to put a name, a title, a message, a little image, and then a link to where you want that to go to. And then you can also schedule the push notification to go out as well using this date time picker, right? So you can just pick a time and a date that you want that to get scheduled, and then that will get scheduled out. That's very powerful, by the way, for any local business. And it's giving them the opportunity to communicate and promote stuff directly to that company. Okay. So let's see what SMS does. I don't have any SMS connected, so probably not a lot. Let's see, send new. There we go. I can pick the gateway that I'm connected to, put the message together, same idea, just schedule it out, and then boom, that's going to be sent out. They also have a form. So you can have people fill out forms and you'll be able to export them here. And then this booking manager as well. So I'm not really sure exactly how this part works. I think it's part of an update. I don't have the update, but this is actually, if you don't have the upgrade, this will probably take you to a sales page when this goes live. Of course, I'm getting this early just because I know the developers, I know the guys that are launching it. And I was really excited when I seen the demo done. So data, app data, see that here, shouldn't be any, right? So it's going to just show me visits, where they're located, users and sessions, ratings, rating data, app users. Let's see what we got here. No app users yet, I don't think. Yeah. And then rating data, nothing there yet. Managed product, nothing there yet. I guess this would be if I want to add new products that I want to sell. And so that would be where you would want to set up a PayPal or Stripe account. And then if you're selling some products, you can just add some sort of product in here. You just have to have a way to deliver it to them. So I'm not really sure. It'd probably be part of this thank you page. So when they clicked it, they went to the thank you page. That would be what delivers whatever you're sending to them or selling to them. You have product category. You can create it basically new categories, or it's kind of like groups. What I would think of this is like groups of a category. Maybe like if you said I was selling t-shirts, you'd make a t-shirt gallery or a t-shirt category where they would all live in that category. Pants would live in pants, hats would live in hats. Settings, app settings. Let's kind of go through here real quick. Set up your time zone, your currency amount. You can do COD, which is cash on delivery, shipping charges. You can set up PayPal or Stripe, authentication settings. This is for people who would log in. You could do enable registration. You could also require email verification for them to log in once they become sort of a member inside of the app. A seller settings. So you would want your company's email or whoever's selling, addresses, country, phone number, etc. SMTP settings. It's always good to set up your own SMTP with whatever SMTP provider you want. That way, that email that could come when a new app is downloaded, the system will actually automate that for you. Installation bar settings, app, install the app for a better experience. There you go. So this right here is when people go to their website, they have the opportunity the website is going to basically try to get them to download the app versus going to the site itself. Order list. This might be orders that come in from things you sell on the site. Coupon settings is kind of cool. I didn't know that, but you can create coupons for some of those products that you want on your site as well. Delivery manager. Maybe you want to have something that's delivering stuff to people. You could set that up here. I don't know too much about that part, so not really going to give the best review on that part. Booking plans. So here you can add a booking plan. And basically, this would be what times you're available for booking. And you could also do paid booking, which is pretty cool as well. And that's neat that that's built into the app itself. And that's really about it, folks. And let's go back to the dashboard here. You can see now the page view. You can see what it shows me when I open that up, what it's going to show me here. Yeah, it just has the little view. Doesn't really show anything actually yet, but I'm sure that will take a bit to proper. But that is really, really about it from what I can see. I can, like we were saying, I can remove this app. I can edit the app. I can go look at all apps. The fact that it has all these different apps that are templates, well, that's kind of cool. So I can go to current apps, and then each of these apps will probably have like a lot of their own settings. Here's the share. It's giving you some share options to get it out there. Here's where I can preview the app, which is neat. A great way to sell this to local business. See right here, it says install, welcome to Cool Gym. Here's where they're asking me to go ahead and install it. Again, people hit this site. It's giving them the opportunity now to install it directly onto their phone, where again, you'll get push notifications, etc., for that particular business. And you can delete it here. It's all set up there. Really incredible job these guys have done building this for you and just made it super simple to use. You watched me do it directly from over my shoulder, and it was just easy. Let me hit one more time. I'm going to review something with you guys that just really sticks out for me. And that's the fact that you can come in here and look at all these different categories for all these different companies, and you can see what templates they have. So if I want to look at digital marketing, there's already 3 different types of access that you have. I do want to mention that if you only have commercial, it's probably only going to show this one. Deluxe is an upgrade. It just depends on which upsells that you want to take advantage of. Let's just see. We'll see. Spa. Just want to look at a couple of different ones. So it'd be really two, depending on what upgrade you got. Healthcare, well, you get a lot for that one. Health and fitness, quite a few for those. Insurance, a couple. So many different companies, right? Services. So a lot of different services that may not be even in here, but you could take the same template and do it. So that's the last thing I want to leave you guys with is that all of these templates that it comes with just makes it very easy to use and just an easy product to sell for any business. And then the big thing for them is like, look, you can actually contact all the people who download your app via push notification or even download your app on their computer, and you can follow up with them when you guys have sales or upcoming events. So that way you can bring them back into your company. And just think like people who do hair or do tattoos or whatever the case may be, they have a niche. People that do hair, you pretty much got to get a haircut once a month. I know during this pandemic, a lot of us didn't do our hair for a lot of time, but we did our hair at home. We had our wives or other halves do our hair for us. But those struggling businesses out there, they need stuff like this that'll help them sell their products to their current customer base and have their current customer base refer their business to other people that they know. So I'm going to leave you with that. Again, I highly, highly recommend that you pick this up. This is a really, really cool app, really cool thing. I'm excited about it. I know you guys are going to crush with it. And we'll see you guys on another one.
Hopefully.